Hello, I'm Isabel. Welcome to my channel. Unfortunately, tonight I can't advertise that I'm going live on Twitter because I've been suspended. I've been suspended because I had the audacity to say that I'd rather hurt someone who benefits from stepping on other people than step on a marginalized community. So the fact that I'd rather throat punch a conservative is more painful to Twitter than, I don't know, 1,000 bigoted bullshit tweets from Elon Musk. So, you know what? I thought I would do the unexpected from Twitter's perspective. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of go through my Twitter because I've seen some fucked up shit. You may need to give me a minute. I haven't been drinking. Hey, Perp, how's it going? I wish I could send you an invite on Twitter. However, I have been suspended, which apparently also means I can't send DMs, which is really annoying. Also, hello, Kyra. I'm not sure which way it's pronounced. And my apologies for that. Doc, you too. I'm happy to see everyone in here. So, my modem probably has been drinking, but in its defense, so have I. So I'm going to chuck Twitter directly under the bus. Because why not? I mean, Twitter has happily allowed death threats through that I've reported. They allowed anti-trans bigotry that I've reported to go through. So I figured I would discuss Twitter's bullshit. You know what? Why not? Let's start with this. So Joe Biden said he dressed for the occasion, which apparently just means shamrocks, because what else is an Irish person if not shamrocks? Bearing in mind that mere hours before, Joe Biden said that he's not truly Irish because he's sober and none of his relatives are in jail. You know what, Purple, you got it, but the simple fact is the vast majority of people that come to my streams are people that I'm cool with anyway. So let's knock that out real fast. And by real fast, I mean however long this takes. Shouldn't. Oh, wait, I can do this from stream. What am I doing? Wow, I'm bad at this. I'm so bad that Wow, okay. So, let's continue with Twitter, shall we? And no, I'm not going to show what's in my DMs because that is actually private. However, I will show notifications because that shit is public. I'm kind of track here. I've also been drinking, so I don't know. Maybe the sooner people join, the better. Because Twitter, I think, is especially fucked in the last few hours. I mean, from anti-Semitic comments that I've seen to racist comments that I've seen to Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh not being able to do dishes or laundry. I mean, how stupid do both of them have to be? Obviously, you choose laundry, it's the easier one. You set the washer, it goes for half an hour. You set the dryer, it goes for an hour and a half, and voila, you're done. You don't even have to fold it. That wasn't part of the agreement. Talk about two stupid men. You know what? Suddenly, I very much understand everyone out there that says, actually, yes, all men. Because holy shit, are these people stupid. Hold on. Purple, but no orange? Are you my friend purple rhymes with orange?
Yes.
Because your moniker is very confusing. How's it going,
Yeah,
Perp?
well, St. Patrick's Day, I'm not thrilled about the green people, but I didn't want to make it sound like I'm siding with the orange ones either.
That's not unfair. Not unfair.
I don't know if you've ever heard the song, The Legend of the Orange and the Green.
I may have. I just can't think of it right now.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to be part of any fight that's been going on for more than 100 years at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think I understand what you're talking about. The argument between Catholics and Protestants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking as a former Catholic, I'll go ahead and jump right into the bullshit fight. You all worship the same imaginary human. Maybe both sides should just calm all the fucking way down.
Yeah, but I also still have enough pagan in me that I'm not celebrating the whole thing about St. Patrick.
And I don't blame you because St. Patrick is literally responsible for the subjugation of an entire pagan society in Ireland.
You got it.
With the backing of the Catholic Church.
Yeah, I consider the legend of St. Patrick a cultural genocide.
Partially because it is. I'm sure.
It's just not a real popular thing for me to be saying today, so that's enough on that.
Well, you know what? You got me, a former Catholic whose former patron saint is Patrick. Totally agree with you. So you know what? Fucking fire off, Queen. Go for it.
Yeah, I just, when I was in the pagan community, I hung around with a lot of people who were trying to revive some form of a historic Celtic tradition. And none of those people were very fond of St. Patrick, so I understood what they were saying.
They shouldn't be fond of St. Patrick. I mean, he did some seriously fucked up shit. Like his with the Catholics, as far as I recall, and like it's so whitewashed. Like the whole idea of St. Patrick, there was no mention. There was this group called Dead Theologian Society, which studied the lives of saints every Wednesday when I was still a Catholic. St. Patrick was my favorite, obviously. I mean, I chose the moniker Patrick for my Catholic name. So, according to the Catholic Church, had I not defected, my name would be Benjamin David Patrick Miller. And I may have sort of doxed myself there. But the simple fact is that I took on the name Patrick as part of my name with the Catholic Church.
I'm the only one in my family who never got confirmed in the Catholic Church. I managed to get out before that happened.
I mean, I was kind of forced into it, but you know,
I was supposed to be starting it, but yeah, the priest kind of booted me out just before I was supposed to be starting the classes for the confirmation.
That's actually a little surprising because you think they just want as many bodies as they could get.
Yeah, I even tried being an altar boy for a while at that stage, but apparently that wasn't working.
I mean, that's brave of you, actually, when you consider the fact that you're not really a boy. You know, you're more of a woman.
Yeah, but again, you know, we're talking 1979, so there really wasn't anybody talking about that kind of stuff, and the idea of transitioning just wasn't a thing anyone was aware of.
I'm just giving you the credit for it. I'm gonna just hand it to you because
I appreciate it.
You know, but apparently it's actually a controversy having altar girls, little girls serving at mass. It's something I didn't realize was a controversy.
Well,
until fairly recently. David Dalt is a friend of mine on Twitter, brought it to my attention that there's apparently some sort of controversy in the Catholic Church about girls serving at the altar.
Well, when I was 15, I joined a Methodist church because I thought they seemed a lot more progressive than the Catholics. And one of the big reasons for that was the Methodist church that I joined had a woman as a pastor in training at the time.
Okay, Per?
What's that?
Okay. Like it just, I just heard breathing noises for the last 20 seconds.
No, I was supposed to be finding food, but I got a couple of grapes here, so at least I got some fresh fruit until I find some other real food.
There you go. So I kind of wanted to share some fucked up shit that, pardon me, I saw on Twitter, because as I famously have been now suspended from Twitter for the next probably 11 and a half hours. It's not like I'm keeping a clock on it. I said that I would rather a capitalist come to harm than I think I might have come to the defense of the trans community. That seems most likely, considering the communities that have been under attack recently. The trans community has taken the brunt. I said that I'd rather punch a capitalist in the throat. And I will say this ad nauseum on this stream. I kind of lost my place. But it doesn't matter. Because capitalists can go fuck themselves and trans people can absolutely be free. So.
Yeah, the theory of capitalism in itself isn't bad, but the predatory capitalism that we've got here, no, this is really shit for anyone who's not already a millionaire.
Well, I mean, like, I look at it this way. You've got progressive Christians who are like, Christianity isn't bad, it just has bad parts. Well, those bad parts are intrinsically part of Christianity, much like the intrinsic bad parts of capitalism are inherent in capitalism and will always inevitably, unless we choke it in the cradle, unless we stop it from reading the point of America.
Well, I think any economic system that's been proposed, if left in a pure form, will eventually break down. Only hybrids are viable.
Only hybrids are viable, sure, but I mean, I absolutely am going to argue that European systems are they're not without their flaws, but they're considerably better than their American counterparts.
Oh, definitely.
Let's face it, there's a reason that my fiance and I are my soon-to-be spouse on the 22nd, 4 days from now, are fleeing to Germany.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Especially the Scandinavian and Nordic countries seem to be doing a lot better.
Absolutely, they are. You know, and like the fact that us fleeing is necessary at all is incredibly fucked up. Like, even if let's play this wonderful thought experiment. And I know conservatives aren't good with thought. So let's call it an imaginarium experience for those people. In imagination land, if we were to actually live in a country that cared about freedom, my fiance's non-binariness would mean fuck all to literally anyone. However, we have to flee to a country where non-binariness actually isn't a problem. Actually, I'm understating my fiance's role in this. Alex is someone who has actually led a charge, a movement for Americans to flee to the European Union. So, wish I were awake with her. They're not. It is 1 a.m, which explains why they're not awake. But like the simple fact that in the greatest country in the nation, I'm going to steal Jonah What's His Nuts comedian. The greatest country in the nation, we have to flee. I fought for better than this when I was in the military.
Yeah, you dropped out for about half a second there. You're, like I say, you're roboting pretty bad tonight.
I must be. Where did I lose you?
I got it. I can put it all back together, but you know what? Since I'm in here, I'll keep the stream open. Maybe if you drop out and come back in, maybe it'll get better for you.
Maybe. I'll be right back.
It could help. StreamYard's kind of weird sometimes, but I don't know what you're using even to connect with the internet.
Wireless.
Oh, that's part of your problem. You definitely will always do better if you got a cord plugged into the wall instead of wireless. Wireless gets too easily disrupted by passing electrical fields.
All right. I appreciate you taking over. Am I doing better?
So far, it doesn't sound much different.
Well, that's not great.
Do you have the option of plugging in a cable rather than using the wireless?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm more than 50 feet away from
the
whatchamacallit.
When we lived in Michigan, I was using Sloth Girl's modem. But I got the guys who did the tech work down at the community center to make me a 66-foot cable, and I drilled a hole between the walls of our apartment so I could plug into her modem.
I'll do it. Yeah, I sort of lost track of where I was at, but I'll talk with the rest of my family and get it straightened out for this next coming Saturday when we do the actual live stream to raise funds.
You set up a GoFundMe now to get tickets for both of you?
Yeah, I mean,
well, both of you plus their necessary animals.
Yeah, so we're still trying to figure out the actual total that needs to go into that. We have a GoFundMe set up, and it's for Alex to get a ticket. So the way it's worked out currently, Alex, and I'm going to put this in quotes, shouldn't have to worry about their own ticket because Germany, because of the forthcoming repeal of ICWA, the Indian Child Welfare Act. Basically, Alex is responsible for another whole human being who also is autistic and trans in the U.S. Alex could lose custody of that child soon, and as a result, Germany has said we will take in indigenous people. So Alex's ticket, as well as this child's ticket, is covered.
Oh.
This forthcoming live stream is mostly for me.
Okay, well, then you should set up a GoFundMe that's got your picture on it and your info.
Yeah, we have to figure that out. Part of the problem is that Alex has already received money, and we don't know what to do about that. At least I don't.
I don't think that's a problem because, it's still going for the travel expenses. Maybe not specifically the plane ticket, but, still travel expenses involved. I don't think the people who have donated are going to have any problem with that.
Probably not. But I mean, like the child in question will be a refugee by proxy because trans.
Yeah,
and
this is all
and
new information.
it is very new information. But I mean, not only is this child 16 years old, but they have severe enough trauma that they have the mind of an 8 or 9-year-old, 10 on a good day.
Okay. Well, and even if Alex has a ticket guaranteed, are they going to cover the service animals, or does she still need a ticket for the dog?
They are covering, part of it is up to 5 animals. So the cats that we intend on taking are covered. We're rehoming the dogs. Lucy is just too old to travel, I should say. And Tyr the husky can't live with small animals. He just can't. We'll have to rehome Tyr the husky before we leave anywhere. But that should be simple enough ultimately. If not, as long as we pay for food, my family will take care of them. So,
Yeah.
Well,
I know
but
she's
really,
not going to be
the
abandoning any
expenses-
animals. I know you guys will take care of rehoming any of them you can't take with you.
Yeah. And even if I have to stay behind until finances are settled, with regard to Alex's, I can't remember the word for it. When a family member passes away and inheritance, even if it has to wait until Alex's inheritance is settled, I will be following along with animals.
Okay.
Thank you, Doc, for sharing that. I appreciate it greatly. As I am suspended for Twitter from Twitter for ridiculous reasons.
Yeah, I posted the YouTube link to Twitter and to both your group and my group there.
I appreciate that. Hi, Gandalf. And just in case anyone's curious, it's the one and only Gandalf that matters. This the one. Yeah. I can. Okay. He'll show you his butt and then he'll leave. Or, yeah. Hi, Gandhi. Well done. Thank you.
That sounded like a lot of cans.
5. Whoop. It was 5.
Yeah, it's just having at you. No big deal.
I figured. But I mean, it literally could not have been done without Gandalf. I mean, look at this. If it didn't have a kitten perched on my shoulder, could it get done? No.
Well, it's a good thing you had the kitten there then, huh?
Yeah. We suspect that Gandalf has FIP, which is feline infectious something. I'm not even certain that the eye is infectious. But we suspect that he has this illness, which is often fatal to cats. He's going to be going to a loving family that has plenty of medications for cats with that particular illness. So he'll be taken care of better than we can do, unfortunately for us. My Gandhi. But we gave birth to this little bugger. Didn't we? Yeah. And he's going to show you his butt. There he goes. Okay, Gandalf. Oh, no, keyboard. He's a very sweet kitten. I wish we could send him to the people who claimed him originally, but we're too afraid that he has FIP. So we really can't. But his sister is going to be going to a happy new home. Something else latched onto about the new home for his sister, I should say, is that they're lesbians. So, like for Gandalf and his sister's camp, we've sort of been like, "Oh, you're going to the lesbians soon." And they've absolutely latched onto it, and actually, I should say lesbians because they're kittens, so they speak childish language. But Scamp is excited to go to her new home. Gandalf was, but his intention is held by a squirrel, not by Gandalf. Yeah. But the important fact is that some of our cats have loving homes to go to. That's the biggest thing. Which thrills Alex and I. I mean, the fact that they have a loving place to go. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing. I've just been sort of going. Purple, you got something?
Not really.
No. You let me ramble for a good 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not good at monologuing myself.
I'm not either, which is why it was more of a ramble. But I mean, the kittens are happy, which is a great thing. They'll be happier when they have actual homes to go to.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I hate to admit it, we're kind of a shitty home. But we do what we can, and if nothing else, we're a stepping stone to something better. Which, at least insofar as my channel, is something I felt.
Well, I know you guys care. You're trying. You do what you could. You're saving as many animals as you could.
Yeah. I mean, we saved, not saved, because Alex's sister saved this cat, and she knew she couldn't take care of a pregnant animal. So we took in Pretty Mama, and she gave us shit, I don't even remember how many cats died initially. But unfortunately, we're down to 2 now. We're down to just Shadow and what's Teacup's actual name? Alex calls her Teacup. I feel like a bad cat parent, but I can't remember the other cat's name. But we call her Teacup.
Mhm.
Alex call her Teacup. Alex is the only one allowed to call her Teacup, actually. So what Alex does many times during the day is anyone that knows the song "I'm a Little Teacup, Short and Stout," Alex has modified that song. I'm a little kitten, short and stout. Here are my ears, and here is my snout. Alex sings that song no fewer than 30 times a day. The record actually was broken yesterday at 32 times when Alex was desperately trying to go to sleep.
I get it. I wrote a theme song for Petunia.
That sounds about right. I mean, it kind of makes me feel like a bad human because I've never actually done that for one of my animals.
Well, it kind of makes me feel like a bad parent because Petunia's got a theme song, but Sammy-san doesn't.
Oh. I would say work on that, but at this point, I don't know. It's hard to say. But I mean, here's the real thing.
Although to be fair, Sammy-san's got a quite elaborate backstory, and Petunia didn't get that. Petunia just has a very mysterious past.
Well, then it's a wash. But yeah, so I mean, I probably need to get into bed soon. It's almost 1:30 where I'm at.
Yeah, I still need to find dinner here.
Oof.
I was driving Sloth Girl's son home, so I only got home about an hour and a half ago.
Fair. So what I'm going to say is, actually, let me hope that I can. I can't possibly find it in the limited time allowed. 1 week from now today, we will be hosting a marathon, starting with me at noon, to get someone, either Alex or I, out of this country. And I'll be sharing the GoFundMe to help support that. Hopefully we can get out with very few problems and stay in Germany. I'll be getting married to Alex here in 4 days, actually. So hopefully we each get to stay in Germany. Lavender Lady, also hello Moo. The big thing is that we each get out of the country because Alex is going to spend, according to their doctor, 2 years in the hospital because they have so much medical neglect from the good old US of A.
Yeah, I get that. Just because of the Medicaid being that much better here in Minnesota than it was in the previous 2 states I lived in, We're currently playing catch up on several years of my own stuff, and I'm seeing 5 different doctors this month.
5, you're lucky. Like, what you should strongly consider being a refugee to Germany. I mean, one, Alex has already paved the way, quite literally. The still quite warm pavement is literally paved by Alex. But two, they have socialized medicine over there. And I get that Minnesota made a great stride earlier today, I think, with making sure children have food to eat breakfast and lunch while they're at school. But when it comes to healthcare, there's still hamstrung by American standards.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, when Alex gets there, they're going to spend 2, maybe 2.5, 3 years in the hospital. Like not just because of their cancer, but the various other forms of trauma and medical issues that they have. They're going to spend serious time in the hospital. Like, I'm going to be out in the German world working for a year or a year and a half after Alex gets out of the hospital and is in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
So, shit. Fortunately, Germany is an easier place to live than America because we simply wouldn't survive on just my income after that. But
Yeah, that would be...
neither would America pay for the cost of medical expenses.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex has been medically neglected. They've been medically gaslit. They've been outright told that their concerns medically caused by their cancer was just anxiety. They have a heap of medical recovery that I do not at all envy. And they have that to look forward to. So here very shortly, I'll be sending on Twitter a GoFundMe to get Alex out of the country because Alex is the priority compared to me. It's just a matter of when I'm not banned from hosting.
Okay, now, have you been banned from Twitter or just suspended for a while?
I've just been suspended for 12 hours, and there's roughly only 11 hours left on that.
Right. Okay, so by tomorrow night you'll be able to get back in there.
Yeah, honestly, I'll be back in by the evening.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'll be posting all relevant links after I've gotten up. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and it's 1:30 in the morning. I know it's about you're in the same time zone as me, I think.
No, I think I'm an hour over. It's 12:30 here.
Okay, so yeah, you're about an hour behind. I am.
Yeah, it splits between Indiana and Illinois.
Actually, you know what? Do you still want to invite Diana in?
Yeah, if we're gonna go for a while here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Do you mind taking over for a moment while I go to the bathroom because I had to go for a little bit?
For a few minutes, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, as long as you're cool with that. Everybody, please do enjoy the musings of Purple Rose Orange. Or, I'm sorry, Purple but no orange for St. Patty's Day. Thank you again, Purp.
Yep. Okay, Diana, I'm going to drop you a link in Twitter, so go check for it as soon as I can find where you are in my Twitter list. I don't know why it's always so hard for me to find one person trying to send a message. Of course, it doesn't help that people keep going and changing their avatars and their names on Twitter all the time. There we go. Okay, that would get you in here. Hi. Oops, sorry. Yep. Diana, you've got a link on Twitter. If anybody else wants to come in here, let me know. Actually, Bub had put the link earlier in the YouTube chat, so although actually I think about it, I can send you the link, but I can't let you in until Bub's here. He has to do that. Hello? Hello, I am seeing another circle, but it is empty.
Dibidi-bada, boo, 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 boo. Okay.
How are you doing?
Okay, are you hearing me?
Yep, you sound fine.
Yes.
Oh, yay. Well, I don't feel fine, but I sound fine. How you doing, hon?
I'm okay.
There's Bub. Hey, sweetie.
Hello.
Yeah. Bub's got a
How you
bad
doing,
connection
Diana?
tonight, though. He's roboting a lot.
I am.
Oh, my. So, yeah, I heard a little bit of the conversation before you brought me on. And things sound really fucked up over there, huh?
Well, I mean, Ohio legally may be a little bit better than Pennsylvania.
Well, yeah, there are a lot of things that are better than Pennsylvania. Let me
Yeah, but
let me find a top. There we go. Now when I find a top, maybe I can feel comfortable coming on video wise.
You literally cannot do worse than a 60-year-old dude who picked up a DoorDash order from me and you can't do worse than that.
Oh my, so screwed up the order, huh?
Well, I mean, this guy didn't feel a need to put on pants, so
come on,
at
you know a
least-
stranger's at the door.
At least you are putting on clothing. you got this guy beat by a mile.
Jeez, man, that sounds like shit.
Yeah, you know, I'm one of those people who probably should have a sign on my door saying, "Are you wearing clothes?"
All right.
That's actually what I'm afraid of, that, as I get older, that one of these days I'm going to be the one wandering around the corridors naked in the middle of the night.
Oh, I'll tell you, I came pretty damn close these last few days.
Diana, you naughty girl.
Say again, hon?
Diana, you naughty girl.
Yeah, ain't that something? Horrible looking girl.
And I met one or two of your neighbors, and they were tolerant, but nudity in
I
the
mean,
public
Jesus,
square.
if I tried to get a job as a stripper, I could easily see the entire place yelling, "Put it on!"
Yes. I know. You know what this is.
And yeah, I stole that one from Phyllis Diller.
Crap.
Oh my. I need to find a top, damn it.
I'd suggest
as long
FetLife.
as you have a kitty to throw in front of the camera.
Bada peste karakota poshinta yakanibina.
I mean, I know Sylvia's there.
Yeah, Sylvia's definitely here. She's being a definite Sylvia.
I am giving Sammy his tuba pureed kitty treats.
So, I mean, by total Sylvia, do you mean the little bitch that hid from you when I brought you home? Or
yeah, that one.
But a different definition?
Definitely that one. And I'll tell you, this time around was interesting as well.
Good.
I don't know how many of you guys know the story about the last couple of days. Because I spent the better part of a day at McKeesport Hospital. Oh God, because
well, unless you've been telling other people on Twitter, as far as I know, I'm the only one who probably really knows everything that's been going on.
Oh, okay. Well, we can fix that.
Because, I have not said much other than I was worried about you when I had thought you'd gone in.
Yeah, basically what happened was I might be suffering dementia exacerbated by a UTI.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to I'm trying to remember who it was that suggested it earlier.
Well, I had thought that you'd missed the dialysis treatment, and that was kind of making your brain foggy.
Maybe not. Yeah. Maybe it's maybe it's a UTI, or maybe it's the kidney failure that's doing it.
Well, I would think that if you have a UTI and you have kidney failure, they're going to just kind of magnify each other and make it that much worse. Because whatever infection is in your urine, if your kidneys aren't filtering it out, what else is it getting to?
Yeah, well, there's an interesting thing. Well, you talk about urine. I don't piss anymore, so that could be problematic as far as that goes.
What does McKeesport Hospital have to say about that?
Nothing.
I mean, what? No.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. It seems you should still be going at least once a day.
Say again, sweetie.
Which are you talking to, honey?
I was just saying it doesn't sound right. I would think that you should still be needing to go at least once or twice a day.
I would think. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I'm going to ask tomorrow.
I mean, I
Because
don't
I
want
say
to have to come
I've
back
got to have.
down, but
Say again.
I don't want to have to come back down. But if McKeesport isn't going to treat you right, I don't see a whole lot of choice.
Nobody treats me right. Definitely, and I'm not.
Well,
I'm.
they
I'm not
fucking need
simply
to.
complaining. What?
They fucking need to treat you right, Diana. Come on.
I know they need to treat me right.
You're
I'm really.
fucking-
I'm really unable to make them treat me right because I mean I can't even threaten physical force.
I could. I mean,
'Cause-
like, I don't understand this bullshit. You know what, Diana? You're a trans woman. You're obviously facing discrimination because of your status.
oh, I wouldn't
Like,
be surprised if there's some of that involved. It would not surprise me at all.
Then again, it might not be that much discrimination. It might just be that the healthcare sucks. They're so bad that everybody's treated like that.
Yeah, you're also possibly correct there, sweetie.
But I mean, in the what 2 weeks you were in the hospital before I got there, how much transfer care did you get?
Well, I really haven't got any trans affirming care at any of those hospitals, and it's turning out there's a very good chance that hospital personnel are lying to me for reasons of their own.
Yeah, well, you did say there was at least one person on the staff who was misgendering you repeatedly.
Oh yeah, and
Honey.
even the person who seemed to have been treating me fairly decently is probably lying to me about various things.
Alex, Diana, Alex
Yes, sir.
has paved the road for you to go to Germany. If it's what it takes to get you out of this country, somewhere you can get care that you actually need, I will trip down to Philadelphia and take you to an airport and fly you to Germany. I'll do it.
I don't know. It would be a difficult decision to make.
You will get the care that you deserve as a human fucking being. And again, Alex has already cleared the way for trans refugees in Germany.
I don't know. It would be difficult for me to do that.
If it's about Sylvia, you can take up to files with you.
Second, hun, you were buzzing like crazy.
If you are talking about Sylvia, you can take up to 5 animals with you.
Well, I mean, there's that, and then there's the whole home issue and that whole thing.
You will have a place. If you're a refugee, you will have a place in a refugee camp, which is actually a pretty nice apartment. You will have a place that is. I love you, but you will have a place that is better than where you're currently living.
Well, not anywhere in the world is better than the U.S., but it's pretty close. The thing is that one of the reasons I really have a hard time, moving to Minnesota is that whole bit about tearing up my roots. And the same would apply for Germany, except for a few thousand more miles.
Okay, but you'd be somewhere that actually affirmed who you are.
I mean, oh my word.
I'm sorry.
I was having a hell of a time. I was having a hell of a time this week. I was in 3 of the UPMC hospitals, and all 3 of them were misgendering me all weekend or all week. And then, like I say, they were lying about various things, and I don't know who to believe. I mean, okay, today is the. Let me look at the calendar here. I look at the calendar and I see that it's the 18th of March. It's a Saturday. If somebody at any of those UPMC hospitals told me it was Saturday, I would believe it was any day but Saturday. That's how bad they've been doing us.
I'm sorry that you're getting that and not actually getting any actual help with your problems there.
Now, I can understand that some of the problems I'm having are ignorance. I am led to understand that a lot of people don't know, well, a lot of people, including me, don't know that UTIs or I'm sorry that yeah, UTIs can exacerbate dementia
Mm-hmm.
in the elderly. And yes, I am elderly. I understand that. So I don't know. I don't know where to go or what to do or anything.
Purple, out of curiosity, do you know anything about death with dignity laws in Minnesota?
About what?
Oh,
Death with dignity.
yeah, death with dignity.
Not offhand. I'd have to read up a bit about it.
I'm pretty sure German laws have a few things to say about it, all of which would be in your favor, Diana. I think that may be what you're after, because I personally wouldn't want to live with dementia. I've already told Alex, my mom, my sister, my dad, everyone relevant to me knows that I don't want to deal with dementia. As much as I hate to see you go, Diana, if you're suffering with dementia the way that I think you may be, I totally understand and will fight to help you get what you need.
I'm missing pieces of my life already. Earlier today, there was an incident where I lost a piece of my life. I went into the kitchen to get a bagel to put it in the toaster, and there was a bagel in the toaster. I did not remember putting a bagel in the toaster. I did not remember getting that bagel. That piece of my life was just gone. And I have a feeling that this is what happened before I ended up in Hostapel to this weekend. So I have a feeling that's how the smoke alarm went off.
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't remember the smoke alarm going off. It didn't wake me up, any of that. And I certainly don't want to be doing that over and over again, because the fire department, police department did not think very highly of me.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
The building manager here was giving me one hell of a problem. Well, no, it wasn't the building manager. It was somebody else, but she was connected with the landlord somehow. And she's going on about the pupils of your eyes are all tight, and what are you on, and what are you drinking, and making the assumption that. Say again, hon?
What are you drinking? You're old enough to be dealing with dementia. What the fuck?
Well, I could understand how nobody would know about the dementia. I mean, I don't go out of the apartment often enough that anyone would see me in action.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, we interacted with a few people when I was there dropping you off, and I mean, there has to be someone in the apartment that knows who you are.
Well, everybody knows who I am. But okay, when did you bring me home? 6 months ago?
That was probably somewhere in that ballpark, yeah.
Because I mean, when I'm thinking about what's going on, what's been happening to me lately has been within that time frame. The dementia, if it is dementia, and I think it might be, has progressed severely within that time frame.
Well, I think what you're saying about the UTI has, probably brought it on, and maybe if that was dealt with properly, then maybe it would at least regress substantially.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I can see, if treated appropriately, the UTI can be dealt with, and the dementia can be resolved.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only if you know about it. And it looks like everyone I've dealt with so far does not know about this particular thing.
And I guess at dialysis, they don't really do any testing on your blood or anything.
Right. Now
I
I'm going.
pick it up there.
I'm going to ask some questions when I'm at dialysis.
Yep. Anyway, since you were asking about it, I did a quick search on the Death with Dignity in Minnesota. And apparently it's a bill that's being considered right now in the state legislature. That earlier this month, there was a rally about it at the state capitol.
Well, I would guess that it would still be difficult.
Yeah, this article doesn't have a lot of specifics. It just says it's patterned off of the one in Oregon.
Okay, and yeah, from what I remember of Oregon's, it's still rather difficult to request a dignified death. Because they want some crazy waiting period. They want talking to some crazy number of doctors, which I don't have the money for.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're trying to make it as difficult as possible.
Yeah, this one doesn't really say anything about, how the criteria would be decided. It just says that the patients would be prescribed a self-administered medication.
Okay. Batalla cara.
It doesn't say how many doctors you'd have to convince to get to that stage.
Yeah, I really can't say. I mean, I'm guessing at a lot of this. And at this point, I'm always guessing against my interests. And then there's this cat who is clawing at the machine.
So you say you're going back in the hospital tomorrow?
No, I'm going to the dialysis center.
Okay.
Either way, I'd ask questions.
Oh yeah, I intend to. And there probably will be nobody there who is able to answer them.
Yeah, most likely. I think their staff is going to have a very limited training and not really be able to tell you much about your conditions.
Yeah.
Ask for the hospital's lawyer. They will be able to give
Getting
you
worse,
more
by the way.
answers.
Say again.
Ask for the hospital's lawyer. They will be able to give you more answers than the nursing staff.
Well, the dialysis center staff is shrinking. It appears that they're having a hard time holding on to people. I don't know exactly what I don't know exactly what's up, but it seems to be limited to DCI.
DCI?
So, DCI is the particular dialysis center I go to.
I would not be too surprised at those places having a high turnover, as they're probably getting people who are maybe even still in medical school that just have the minimal level of training they need. And when the people continue their education or find better positions, they leave.
Yeah, that would not surprise me at all. I may have to do my own death with dignity as far as that goes. Not looking forward to that. I don't want to try and fuck up and then, lose all my options.
I'm gonna go ahead and close the live stream, and we'll talk about that beyond, because
Yeah, okay,
I
that
don't
sounds right.
I don't know what possible laws may be broken by talking beyond that. So thank you everybody for stopping by. Diana and Purple, both please stay in the live stream.
Bye bye all.
Take care.